morning. Since we're doing pixel art today, let's do the Loop Hero soundtrack. Let me hide Spotify so we're not getting weird, and then we do like text. Call this like music by. If I could spell. Tab it, didn't work. I want to type out music by music. I cannot type today. Loop Hero OST. That's a little big. That's a little big. Helvetica. Can we not pick one of the cool, like 04? Which ones do I like? This one maybe? Or this one? This one is cool. Size 12. Size 24. This one. Perfect. It looks a little bit, remove anti-aliasing maybe. Drop shadow. Drop shadow is good. Perfect. Let's go. Oh, it's a little bit small maybe. My OBS window is always too small for any kind of edits. Where's it? Music by. Oh, there. It's really hard to tell what's going on. No, it's there. Let's give it a little bit of a bump in size. Where do I set the size? In font? 48. Perfect. Good stuff. Ooh, blip. So I've been just starting to kind of think about like what could be an easy way to just modify an existing type of gem and just add a little bit of a scribble on top of it to like differentiate it. Also, these are very similar. I think I need a deeper purple for the amethyst if I want to like more towards the blue end of things. Maybe. We could bring in some reference. I actually watched a little tutorial from our friend Adam C. Jonas, famous Twitch pixel artist, YouTube maybe even more. Blend in a little bit of that, maybe a little bit of that. Oops. Come on. I would imagine Control C would be a thing that works. But I'm not sure why. Put them over there so we can see them. Yeah. So, good morning, peeps. How are you? How are you today? I'm starting pretty early today. I feel like streaming. So add a little bit of a heart to this one. Kind of sell that this is the upgrade you get for increasing your max HP. So at a distance, you can just barely make that out, and then I'll do something else. Here I was thinking about pine. This is like a little lightning bolt thing, almost like this one in the yellow. I try to keep them like the silhouettes distinct, but I guess we're not gonna be perfect in that regard. Well, we'll see. I also don't know what they should be. So it's gonna be interesting. I was thinking maybe the emerald one, or smaragd as we call them in Swedish. Maybe this one is actually like a poison thing. Used for upgrades. So inside of your spells, you can put in these gems. That's the thought. Like the code is in there, but not like it's not balanced or built out yet. So I'm still like designing the system. So before you could buy upgrades that upgraded your character and wasn't specific to any specific spell, which is cool, but I want to buy more stuff. So instead of having a max of 5 things that you can buy, 5 upgrades, you're slotting your upgrades into your spells. Or maybe they are actually items later on, like I've drawn this like skull here, which could be some like idol you pick up or whatever. Yeah, so you slot those in, and the hope is that we would, let's say, have more opportunities to buy stuff, more of a money sink, so to speak, and also like would encourage you to buy more spells. Even if you don't use them, you can use the slots in there to perk things like gems. And yeah, that's the that's the general idea. So I've been thinking about, yeah, so it's 5 in this case. It would be maybe you have to buy the upgrades to like carve a notch out of the item to put in another thing for another money sink. I'm not sure. But now instead of having 5 slots, it's 5 per item you have. So maybe you start with 2 spells, so you have 10 to start with, and then you pick up another spell, you get 5 more slots. Or maybe start with 3, and then you can pay some money to upgrade or whatever you want to call it. And they can do things like increase or decrease the recharge time, give you more charges, or maybe even gives you more health, like the health upgrade. A little bit hard to read, I see now. Or things like maybe when you hit something, it gives you chain lightning from whatever you hit. I just want to give you more. More cool stuff. And another problem that I had before were that as soon as you picked up 2 or 3, since it applies to everything, like crit chance increased, crit chance for everything, it just made it really, you became really overpowered really quickly. So this might be like a way to keep the snowballing at smaller, a lower, to a lower degree, I guess. So I got the names are there, but I reordered them to be in order of color, so it's not quite true yet. Also, we on stream yesterday we started like making a list of things. So for example, the aquamarine, I want to take that design and add a little icon on it so it looks like it's like adding charges, and the space is really limited. I wonder if there's a way for me to increase the sizes of these a little bit, if that would help, because it's not a lot of space to put in a little icon here. And sometimes, even though I guess that it kind of works. Give it a little bit more contrast. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. But a lot of the time I've had a little bit of trouble making this look good. Yeah. Very hard to see what's going on here. Like the combination of getting like that deep gem looking thing with an icon on it in this resolution with like, I don't want to spend hundreds of hours drawing icons, so it's a challenge. Maybe increasing the size. We can try with this one just for funsies. Let's see what happens if we like, let's not double the size, but almost like make it this big instead. See if that's like 100 times easier. Then maybe that's because you'd think that having smaller pixel art makes things faster, but it's really the opposite. Can have more like highlights and places where the gem shades. I'll have to modify the UI a little bit, but it's not implemented anyway, so whoops. It's only prototype. Christian, how you doing today? Okay, so let's say we had this it's a little bit messy now. I wanna maybe clean it out somehow. The other one I kind of filled in the center. This size, it looks a little bit flat doing that, and that's not gonna work, is it? I also like adding these little splashes of other colors from gems to kind of... I should stop saying kind of, because I do that all the time. Splashes of other colors so that it... I'm struggling not to say kind of. So that it brings a little bit more visual interest to the thing. The smaller gem, like the problem is, what if I wanted, like for this one, I wanted to add a little drop or some icon for symbolizing that this does poison damage. And when this one specifically, like, I gotta figure out how to draw something that reminds you of a droplet or something that could represent poison. A little... I don't want to do a skull, but you can see how this size is quite limiting in what you can draw and still keep it looking like a gem. I don't care to make it the best thing ever, but I want to have some kind of pride in my work, even though it doesn't need to be. I'm just thinking maybe it's easier. Maybe I can do this faster if I had this. But in this case, it doesn't seem like doing this would make a lot of difference. At least. I like this one more. Let's try it. Let's try more and see what happens. Let's do one of each. That are like ruby is bleed on hit, aquamarine is charges. We've done this. Then we got topaz, we got chain lightning, sapphire crit. This one is really hard. But let's try it. So the sapphire would be this one. I don't see how I could do this with this limited size. What I also try to do is keep... I want to try to have as distinct silhouettes for these as possible. So, because I had some colorblind people and so on commenting on that, and I think that's a valid thought. So, even from the silhouette, I want to be able to read roughly what each of these do. Or from the silhouette, I want to read what class they're in or which material they're made of. This zooming in and out like crazy is my... I can't stop doing it. So here, when I draw crit, I draw this kind of icon, like a little... It's thought to be like a stylized dagger. So we can do something with that, where we kind of carve a dot and then that kind of shape. How are we going to sell this as carved out of the material? Want to add? Not perfect, but it's also not terrible. We can try that. We can try that for sure. So for diamonds, I think we have like a pure damage upgrade or something written out. Crit damage percent, it's hard. Flat damage increase. Maybe pick another one that's easier. Like we could try this do it slightly differently. I have an additional something like this. Diamond sword, yeah, sure. It's hard to make them look like gems when they don't have the silhouette of that. This one is more distinct, but if I turn on this, it's the same shape as that. So, but I'm not sure that's gonna be the. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Just start with the icon instead. But can you read that? Probably not. Make that part fully white and then bring in more of the yellowy parts. Doesn't really work either. More size then. Start the other way around, make the shape black and then shade around it. Wait, what did I just do? Is it... I think I missed by 1 pixel. It's like that more. I just want to break that little... Sorta works. I super like that shape more. But I don't think it reads as much as a gem, but maybe it doesn't have to. Try with the heart too. The heart is gonna be one of those that's, you know, it's gotta look like the UI element heart. Yeah, but you need something with a contrast, otherwise it doesn't. It also needs more place to shine, I would say, and shade. And you want to have, yeah, I don't know. The other part is I don't want to spend a million years on this. So coming up with super good icons for all of these, it's gonna be a lot of work that I don't necessarily think is worth it for this. It's also, I might throw this idea away because maybe it's too complex or something. I do feel that a little bit. You can bake the heart in both the reflection and there. So I would say this is probably a cooler gem look than that one. I'm not sure if it's reading like a heart as well as this one, but I think this one is looking pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. You could try the drop here, but the other part we're doing when we're changing the shape between, it's going to be hard for people who don't have perfect color vision to see which class of gem you have, because then you're baking I guess maybe not, I'm not sure. It's tricky for sure, because if the thing is, there's this other part which says +1 jump per, and this could be something else like per emeralds. Like the number of emeralds will give you more chain jumps, so you want to be able to see quickly which type something has, or which class of, or which color generally the gem has. And maybe that's more important than, I don't know. Now we're changing the shape of things. It's gonna be, you gotta learn that the droplet thing is usually a green one, for example. Here it's like it's got the same silhouette for all of them, or very similar silhouette. So you could see, just due to the contrast that and the silhouette, what this is. Here you don't know what type this one is because it doesn't have the same shape as the other ones. If that makes sense. I think a better pixel artist could do that, but maybe I just don't care enough and just want to get on with my life than to actually fix this issue. That said, I do like this one a lot. Looks cool. No, the heart cannot be yellow. But you could say, let's say, you can only equip one of each gem effect on each. For example, you could only have one heart in one spell, but you can have more hearts if you spread them out for over more spells. But maybe you can increase the effectiveness of a heart if you say combine it with, like, there would be some kind of rule that says this one has, in this case, it's like 3 jumps if you have no other gems equipped or something, and then an additional jump per equipped gem or per equipped aquamarine gem or whatever. So the specific effect will have a specific icon in a specific color, but it might be that they combine with other things you have equipped to bump up their effectiveness. If that makes sense. So one thing I'm considering is to put little icons so you can, when you're in specific menus, to show here, instead of showing the button you have, it would show the colors of the gems below there. You could quickly see, unless you're colorblind, and then that won't work because I can't compress the shape, I think, into like a 2 pixel wide thing. So maybe that out of the window anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. So for this, I'm gonna disregard that part. This one I'm not sure about. Maybe that'll work. These are distinct enough, I would say. Let's... Yeah. I think it's okay. I like the way this one is by default, where it has these pointy ends. I don't think that works. Even if I do that, no. So the solution would be to cut things off, and then I'd lose the icon a little bit in there. But if you're just looking at the silhouette, it still works. Okay. So I'm not sure what the diamond should do. We already have the stylized knife. Maybe it's a plus sign or something in there. Becomes a little bit too... Also don't know what the amber should do. Give me some ideas. Maybe it's sticky, slows enemies. No idea how to make that. And also, like, let's say we have this this one goes because that has that shape. Let's say I want to put something else in here. What would that be? No, it doesn't work for colorblind people, but it's... Or not everyone takes it that seriously. In men, it's like maybe 10% or so that has some kind of color deficiency. It's a nice thing to do. Like, I don't necessarily value it from from a marketing standpoint, but that could be a thing where people think of you highly if you do it. I don't really care, but right, you get the idea. Many games have, yeah, like, I think that's the right thing to do if you can. At the same time, like my game, this game, it's gonna be a hard game. It's not gonna be for everyone. So it's nice to maybe not disqualify a lot of people just out of the gate that you don't have to. I'm thinking of just putting in random like rune shapes inside of these. Maybe that's something. I can just do a few of these and see if anything matches. Is it like a circle or something? I would love to a little bit more contrast there. It looks like an eye almost. We do like some kind of spiral shape maybe. Looks like a G. That looks more runic, I would say. Which I dig. I don't know why I keep zooming in and out. I think that's it's a sickness. Resets my brain in some kind of way. This one reads really badly. It doesn't. That's a lot better. Still. Much better. I don't know what that is, but it's something. Gotta adjust the shading a little bit for with these shapes. 'Cause it looks like more contrast to that one. Keeps the rough shape. Good enough, I would say. It's a good economic design. What's going on here? Am I running out of? No, I have one more bottle. Dig-a-dig. Lifesaver. And nose ender. Here we go. I'll soon be able to breathe again. I'm not sure what I should put in this one. Upside down frowny face. Could be fun. Sure, let's do that. It's not perfect. I'm gonna have to go back and like make these better. Let's just start. Making them slightly different just for visual variety. Another part of this with the color and the shape and stuff is that in the map in the game, I'll show you. Blizzard. We can't really play with just Blizzard. We can try. In the map now we have these little icons on the map icons like map. Oh, thank you for the sub, Christian. Thank you. And what I could do is have that generic gem, so you know that you're gonna get a red gem, but you don't know which one it is, and if that color kind of comes back to many places in this design. So we would have that icon, and then the reward icon would be a gem of this color, and then if we have multiple, it's going to be something that where you can learn a little bit and be better at the game. Like, I like when you have this kind of domain specific knowledge where you know that on level 3 there's always going to be this, or these are the gems that can come from a like these are the yellow gems that exist, and with my current build then it would be better to pick a reward with a yellow gem rather than a green one because of these things. Maybe you already have a gem, or maybe even the spells could be like, if you only have yellow gems in this spell, the spell levels up or something. So these kind of criteria that depends on the color of the gem. And like this all comes from SnakeRX. For me, that's the source of this. I know other games use this too. Like, I think many other auto battlers, card games and such have this kind of thing. If you have 3 cards of this class, or if you have some, then you get this additional effect, and that's the kind of thing that I'm going for here. Trying to grid them up. This one I like, but it doesn't quite work. Maybe I can make this one more like it. Yeah, that's a better shape. Brave Frontier, I never played it. Or never heard of it even. Yep, Robes is the next commercial game. How you doing, Kev? Are you going for the car one? Or what's your plan? Nice. Oh yeah? Like online as in networking, or like network multiplayer, or online as in marketing it? Need for Speed Hoplites, yeah, that's what it is. I've been feeling like, for a while I was feeling a little bit, not super enthusiastic about this project. But now I'm like fully loving working on this again. It's a weird thing. I don't like the diamond very much. We already have 7, so I'm not sure. Maybe the diamond dies. What can we do with this one then? Can we just do the same? Sheet some... The sense is that this kind of thing is things that people won't even pick up on. Like different icons for different things, or we'll just see it and move on. That's my thought. Or rather not see it and move on. Speed for need. So if I make something for each of these, one of these days I'm gonna take my floor mat and move it 15 centimeters so that I can not curl it up under the wheels of my chair every single time I go backwards. I mean, it's been like this for 5 years now, so why change it? There's this Twitter account that I follow that's inspirational. Check these out. The different gemstones. Here's I guess this aquamarine ore. Yeah. Pretty cool. This is a huge thing. So many cool shapes. Yeah, these are real. These are all real. Look at the colors. Like, if you ever played anything Destiny with the Vex, this shit, these are so cool. Yeah, there's a ton of these. If you want to scroll through it. Thousands, I would say, probably. Check the kind of, wait, where is it? Here, this one. This one looks so otherworldly. At a certain angle, it just shines up with this blue, cool light. I wonder if adularescence. Really cool. These are cool too. These are opals, aren't they? So, amethyst. This is sort of what I'm trying to channel right now. Yeah, it's got a deeper purple. Sharp highlights. Oh, cool. Oh, shit. Look at this. Wow. So I should probably have like bigger areas of highlights like this. So, and I don't know. It's really hard. But it doesn't matter. It's hard and meaningless work. bullshitting different runes or whatever here. The more contrast I add to the center part of this, the less it's gonna be readable as some kind of icon. Yeah, I saw a video on that too. What was the... Did we see the same one maybe? I saw someone making... Maybe they made holograms or something? And they talked about how you could get color in different ways. And one of the ways is like the microscopic structure of the thing has the same like multiple of wavelength of light of a specific color, so that is picked up more or dampened more or something, and then you could get like colors from things. Maybe it actually was, it might have been Evan and Caitlin or something. Yeah, I actually remember that title too, so maybe that's a different thing. But I think they had something where they cast something on top of something that used this, and they could be copying the microstructure of the surface. They could actually copy that and get the same sort of results from the like 3D molded copy. It had the same kind of sheen to it. It's really cool. I would like one more of each of these. Just we gotta figure out what these actually mean in the game too. Absolutely. With the heart, it's hard to have anything else than a heart with this shape. Bullshit rune time. What about like some letter that doesn't exist? Some point in the future I'll go through these and maybe mod them ever so slightly so they actually look good, and maybe make them a little bit more different to each other. Not seeing this one. This one is the amethyst is not working. Got a good silhouette, but with these needs more interest in the center, like stamped on, and the other ones it's a little bit less offensive. I think these black parts, they're just gonna be hard to... Making them white is not gonna work. Making them the complement color, like maybe filling in with that, that's not reading that well either. Hey Diamond, we'll get back to you at some point. To draw a better diamond too. It needs to have deeper colors of some sort. Let's make one more batch. That's what we have. Whoops, what was that? I should just steal the alphabet from Hyperlight Drifter. They're about the right size. Those glyphs. By the way, Solar Ash on Thursday. How excited am I? Very. Um, Imagine seeing these on a like a Nintendo Switch screen. It's like, what's that? That's gotta be hard. Postman. Thank you. Go away. I'm not sure why I took a break to unsubscribe from every email list on the planet. I mean, Solid works. LinkedIn? Yeah, let's do a did I actually what's going on? This was also cool in terms of other gem, or this is the amber reference where we have like 100 million year old flower. This is how flowers looked 100 million years ago. It's not like 1,000 years. It's 100,000 years. How cool is that? I wonder if the Switch. Hello, next. I'm working on a game called called Robes, which is an action roguelike game. Oh no. Come on. Made it. Thanks. So I have this system where I can upgrade my spells with these upgrades that come. I call them spell mods in the code. and I kind of inscribe or infuse or something like that these things into the spells I have, so I could add, in this case I got some max HP randomly. Gotta get myself some more spells. This spell is not really meant to be like a main spell, it's more of a but it works, I can kill enemies. Fortunately I have a spell shop down there, so let's go there. See if we can make it there with this spell. I don't think I want to lock myself into a corner. Oh shit, big guy. Okay, now I'm backing myself into a corner. Shoot! I can dash across though. And over here we have one of those big suckers. Well, those are not that difficult when you got this magic spell. No, it's not weird at all. So we got some healing. We can choose different paths to take. I'm gonna go for a spell and I'm gonna pick up, hopefully, yeah, like I like the combination of rail and so now I can like shoot that one and right click to do the one I had before. Could sacrifice. Maybe that would have been the best because we're healing afterwards anyway. Could have made our economy start going a little bit. Yeah, I do coding and graphics. My brother does the sounds and the music. Then we got some help with publishing and marketing from a certain party that is yet to be named. It's started out as a 1-week challenge. So the original game was made in 1 week. Well, the original thing, like the prototype for this, but it was a full game. You could play it, and it wasn't terrible. It's like we're a little bit starved for upgrades. Things are heating up a little bit here. Okay, so another max HP. We need more damage output. Let's put it on the dash. I would have loved to have something that wasn't defensive, because we're already pretty tanky. We're not having... Here we got a blessing shop, or here we got another shop. So I would say we're going that way. If we make it through the red skulls are pretty hard comparatively. only have one type of environment, and yeah. But Minecraft Dungeons, I did play it a little bit. I didn't hate it at all. I could probably have played more of it. I just had other things on my mind. I like the art style to some degree. Shit, I died. And death screen doesn't work if I'm not connected to Steam. I'm gonna go get myself something more to drink, and then we're gonna get back to pixel art. Freezing cold Coke. It is cold in Sweden. Can I do this? You can sort of see. You can't quite see, but it's cold outside. That's what I'm trying to say. Here we go. I like the wide back front. Yeah, maybe. Tentacle eye monsters, physics based. Yes, part of it. Or, they're IK based. The legs are IK, and then I got my own like little algorithm to do the tentacles on them. It's a little bit of a slush. Shit, I wonder how cold this cold it is back on the back porch. We got some issues. Yeah. The game is wildly unbalanced. I gotta get there at some point. So we got all these now. They're not distinct enough, but they're there. Today, 1 hour and 19 minutes. Or in general, years. The issue I was talking about was that you can see through their backsides to the front, which is not really great. Anyway, now I got a bunch of these. This UI doesn't exist in the game. I have this other version of the UI, which is sort of when I select which spell I want to apply my gem to. I'm gonna make something where you could socket them in this. Also, I don't really have a an inventory, so I wonder if that's gonna be a problem. Hello, Slush. That was actually good. So we gotta make some more UI, like actual implementations of these. But I wonder if there's a... Hades soundtrack. I don't think that's what I'm going for today. Let's do more of the Loop Hero soundtrack. Actually gotta go do one more thing. Be right back. I am back. So, oops. So this is the idea then. We'll make this UI. You can select which slot to put your stuff in. One thought is, what if the selected one actually expanded and we could see all of these like stacked up in some kind of way? I'm just spitballing here. So that get something to this effect. And I can reuse the same UI for the other one. That would be nice because I hate making UI stuff. So when I have this selected, it expands this part, which means we don't need crap, that tooltip UI. Although do I ever want to like hover over these to see what they do? Probably, yeah. But if I click on them, I will bring up the other UI, and then I can drag and drop them. So I will have to draw out the buttons on each. Maybe you can just drag and drop them up and down to kind of do I need whatever? In that case, I also want to move this up and get description text. In there. Unfortunately, it's a little bit. Oh, maybe the description comes in the expanded view bottom here. Let's just grab this. Fill this in with this, and then it's not perfect usage of space. Feels like I don't know. I would do like projectiles in all directions and then make that white or close to white. Click the description, and then we got the stats, and we got the things up here. Oh, Zoz, how are you doing? Also considering maybe this one, yes. Should be more like this, and maybe the text should be not white, but push that back slightly. For the unselected ones, I probably would like to have like a white outline on this when things are selected. To make it really obvious what is selected. But at the same time, we have a thing here that's showing us what's selected. Yeah, let's prototype that, I guess. Is this all in the... Maybe actually, what if we don't have enough vertical space for this? It needs to be a place for 4 spells. I don't want to scroll. Wait. Let's do that, and then we do... Wait. Let's do that, and then we do... Merge that in there, it doesn't matter. Let's also not forget that this is actually not going to be rendered at pixel resolution. It's going to be... We could be much more efficient with the size of these. I realize now. Let's get rid of this. We can make it the height of this. So for the sake of it, let's move this out and then bring all of this together. Because I'm already a little bit annoyed by the height of these. Like, we don't need that much space below and above. Do something like this instead, and then bring up the bottom parts. Doing a terrible job. Come on. Why do I... That looks better with this. Now the problem is this guy, but I think either we just let them be bigger, or... I mean, I haven't really drawn these anyway, so... Might just work. there's a software update that my my Samsung wants to do. I got a phone as the cam. My old cell phone, and I want to update, and that kind of just steals focus from the application, which makes it not work anymore. Should I just be doing this? Cleaner. It's cleaner. So we got this, and then we got like this part. Let's make the inactive version of this, which is gonna be. I should pick another spell here, but maybe not. Maybe not now. Am I gonna use this color? And then this color for the highlight. Potentially. Feels like I need some kind of like that shows that this is the actual selected one somehow. But maybe if I bring down the text. Oops. Wouldn't the Photoshop feature content aware scaling be perfect for pixel UI resizing? No idea. Never use it. So now this is really poorly done, but in the end, just do something like this. And we got plenty of space to put in here. I could even make this a lot more. I'm thinking of going back to the hearts-based health too. I haven't decided. I'm thinking I need like an arrow or something. Almost. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, this could be like if you go into the menu and then you select spells, and then it brings up this this view, and we can even have a little like legend down here that says like press Y to reorder or something, and then you can move things around. Drag and drop with the mouse to reorder. Or just like the up and down. I wonder also if I want to be able to because in this UI it's not that unreasonable to think that we would be able to move this gem to another slot. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Sure. We'll see. So we have this UI. You can get to it by either clicking on one of the spells in the HUD, like down there. You click on that, it will bring up this UI. You can drag and drop gems between different slots. You can drag and drop the spells up and down to change which button activates them. So maybe this part, the little RT part here, should be outside. That would make a little bit easier, even though it kind of... Stop saying kind of. It did bring a little bit of... where it breaks the shape a little bit, which... it was nice, I think. Even do it here. This also brings into question, like, I'm gonna redraw all the icons for the spells, and then the gems, we have a good set of them now, so yeah, we're getting there. Oh, we also have all the icons for the different stats that spells have. Gotta figure that out. Wee 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 wee. The background here and the background here are too similar, so it kinda it flows together a little bit too much. I could see something like this where we keep make sure we don't have rid of that for now at least. Keep the same background color. Oh, maybe how is that the demon style offsets here? Like so it's staircase effect. Spice it up a little bit. And then we just deselect the text. These, cut off that corner. Thinking this is enough to show which one is selected. I don't know if the diagonal there is necessary. We can toy with that in the actual game later on. I don't know how many of these we'll have. Also not a huge fan of this white look, but it's a start. That's pretty good. Yo, man. I'm drinking slush Coke. Uh, So can I get away with just this? So in the case of, we would have a big title here saying like, select slot, and you'd get to like tab your way through these. Select which one you want to put something in. Maybe there's a button to expand this part, like press Y on the keyboard, or maybe something out here that's kind of a thing that drops this down so you don't have to have it. Then you just press A or click where you want it to be. And you press confirm down here. So we need to figure out a way to draw buttons, I think. Like something that looks good. We want to do this cutoff look, maybe? A very strong color. Centered. And maybe that other font, whichever that one is this one, but bigger? Or like select, maybe. Control Shift C? Yes. Starting to come back to me, all the shortcuts. Doing pretty good, I would say. How are you doing? Yeah. That's what we have to work with here in Svea rike. Unfortunately. Wouldn't probably make for good what's it called? Vacationing. Fishing would be annoying too. Okay, so I like this UI. This feels pretty simple. The only thing I'm debating is this part here. We probably want it. We want also a sell button for the one we've selected. So maybe some kind of right click to sell or B to sell if it's on a controller. I don't know. Could try it. Oh, I hear what you're saying. No, they can't because this is going to be a lot bigger in some cases and smaller in other. So maybe that won't work. Also, I want to keep the linearity of this. So you know that the first one is the one to the left, sort of. But this will vary in size. Also, it's nice to just have these all on some kind of if I had them horizontally, we could have them. That will be even better, actually. Wonder if we can do that. There is something to what you're saying. Shit. So let's just, for the sake of making things easier, let's try this. You know what it is? It's this layout 4 times. Let's just copy that. Make a wait. That's not a copy. It's still not a copy. Oh, I'm holding the wrong thing. So it would be this. Roughly this, at least. And you would just do this. Oh. But I don't think that works as well. Yes, you get to see all the information, but I don't necessarily think that information is that important. It makes it harder to tell which one is which here. Yeah. There is some value to that part. Say we had this here, and we slam those together, and we get. I want those. And you could kind of, when you select one, it kind of explodes up into this view. I like how it's having the exact same layout as the others. Would be easier. It does take a lot of space, but it doesn't need to take this much space on the in the actual game. Plus, I think this part down here. Let's just. This part down here doesn't need to be there. And these could be more like what we have here. Like this thing. Nope. Ah, copied the wrong thing. This goes here. But sort of upside down. But okay, now I'm torn. Shit. I like this. This is probably cleaner. Gives us place for title up here. And also, if I decide to have 5 spells, this one can accommodate it much easier than the other layout. Okay, so this is what we're going with for now. Are we just gonna build this? Is that what happens? What time is it? Can I afford to yeah, we got an hour and a half until lunch. That sounds about right. Another alternative is to actually draw new icons for all of the spells. Well, that would look better and be of a bigger size. I got most of this just to drop it in. This already exists mostly. Like I got the. See, I got all the text in there. Just some icons. Making it would mean you're confident in my design. But am I? Or is that what you're insinuating, that I'm not? So I could see that. So we're gonna make like a spells UI, a spell list UI or something. Happy to know. Which will pop up when you click here. Pauses the game. It's there, and then we reuse the same code, the same object maybe even, for when you're applying spell slots. We don't actually have spell slot a concept for that, do we? So we got spell, or what's it called? Composed spell. And then we don't have a list of mods? Yeah. No. Yes. So we have a list of spell mods, but it's not a... I mean, what we could do is have a public int spell mod max spell mod count 5. That's what we're gonna do to decide how many of those we're gonna show. And then the index will just map to whatever is what. Okay. UI. Let's create a folder for this. Not a file. Folder. This is going to be like spell list UI or something. Let's call it spell list. Whatever. New file. Spell list UI. Mono behavior. Save that. Add to solution. Fine. And then we're gonna have like spell list item CS. This is gonna be oh, it's that I haven't added this to the solution yet. So we're gonna need TM Pro. I'm thinking these can update themselves. So the containing class will be for other things like, yeah, I don't even know what it should be for, but maybe just showing and hiding it. It's like UI context or something. Why you're not cooperating? Okay, today is when I learned to use right thumb and D, right thumb D, right thumb D, right thumb D for tabbing, and right thumb F for deleting. I think G is, yeah. Nope. There we go. Title text, and then we're gonna have like an on enable, and this one is gonna, whenever something changes in the spells, you're gonna do run manager instance player spells changed something. We gotta have whenever a spell changes. Okay, we don't have any public event system action spell int or spells action int spell changed. Wait, do we not have anything that... I would have expected there to be something we call on this when we when we equip a spell. Hey, Spies with a raid! Welcome, raiders. How are you doing today? How's the stream? Welcome, raiders. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Pretty well. So I would have expected there to be an equip thing or like set spell or something. Oh yeah, lurk away. Hello, True Sneaks. We're working on UI today, so I guess the game shit won't compile. But I'm working on this game called Robes. I'm like in the middle of a thing. I don't think it will compile. It will compile. Okay, maybe I can show you. You buy these spells that appear on the spell bar here, and we have this other UI where you can you can slot in different gems inside of the spells, and we're building that kind of UI today. So we've been drawing it. We have been drawing. We've been drawing various gems that you can slot in, and then we gotta like do the things too. We also gotta update all the icons to make it look a bit better. So yeah, so you would like go into the menu, click spells, or click on one of the spells, and we bring up this UI where you can reorder them so you get them on the key you want. Should work with the controller as well. Oh shit. That's a really loud. I guess there's a fire alarm in here somewhere that needs new batteries. Yeah, so you can do things like sacrifice to get more money, and then you can buy more stuff. And then we got this map system. This also ties in where currently we just have this random dice icon on these. Instead, we'll get like maybe it's a gem of a specific color that shows up here instead. And yeah, so you just plays like Nuclear Throne or some of those like. Games. Select your path. Currently, it randomized with very few shops early on. I think there's something I wanna. This one is really powerful on the early levels. Steam next year. Why is there no shops? There was one. There was one. Okay, so there were. I just choose not to go there. But yeah, you can. If I cheat, I can go in here. You can pick up different things like add charges. This one is really good, and I apply it to the rail. So now we can shoot 2 rails quickly. Hello, Lex. Locks. Now we're more powerful. And we have shaded now, so it's weird. Wait, it doesn't say shaded. We'll pick a hard level now, maybe show a little bit more of the gameplay where... Okay, we got this guy. Best to explode early. You can see me taking damage there. It's not super safe to run in and do that. It was too early. The game is wildly unbalanced right now, so yeah. There's yeah, it's pixels and 3D and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, so we're working on building this UI to have you inspect what you got and maybe move different gems around between different spells. So this part here will be or actually this part would be a spell list item. This would be like a spell list spell mod slot, or maybe just call it spell mod slot. And then the containing would be something else. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So spells action. The problem now is if the spell list item gonna upgrade or update itself, we need some kind of you know, like an event that tells us that something has changed, like when you buy a new spell or whatever. It should update, and I actually don't know where this happens. I think I just set it somewhere, like shop. If I buy something, it will automatically apply or something there. This is where when I buy something I set the slot to this. Instead we will do spells dot I don't love this. But it'll be fine. So we do this instead. So now we're gonna how do we do it? We create that thing, generate the method. It's G. Spells slot equals composed spell, and then we're gonna invoke that thing we created. So spell changed, invoke this, and the index is gonna be slot data stores. What is that? Sorry, also, like I try to encourage people to use English in chat just because it's going to be annoying for some people that can't understand what we're saying. And if you don't, I will try to translate. So Acrovac says like, use data stores, a collection of scriptables. When you're buying a spell, the spell store is updated and shoots an event that UI components can listen to. No worries. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I have this action, which is the thing that fires off spells. It is also containing the list of spells that exists, but I feel like I don't need to separate those two because the class is really small anyway. And that is exactly what I'm doing. So I have a list of spells, and then I have a way to equip things in there. And then that changes this thing, and then I can fire off the event, spell changed. I guess we need a unequip too. And I guess that would be where I set this to null. Like if I sell the spell, do I have... you know it, Captain. Yeah, like I try to not have too many layers of abstraction in my code. I get like, if you're a team of like more than, let's say if you're more than 3 or 5 programmers, I would say yes, add layers of abstraction, because then the cost of communicating between people is so much higher. When I'm doing all the code myself, adding layers of abstraction doesn't help anyone. It's just gonna make the code harder to understand, and like, yeah, I don't think that helps me. But I get what you're saying. So, so whenever spells change, if slot equals index, shouldn't this be called slot then too? Yeah. Or is it better to call that one index? Okay. Return. Otherwise, we want to update the UI. And this is where we want to figure out like what's going on. So we get the spell. We could cache this, or do we? Yeah, let's cache it. Come on. IntelliSense is not working in my favor today. even better, what I do is spell post spell. We get it when it changes, and then we pass spell here. I don't even know what's better. Spell equals spells. This is a fun line. We don't need that. And then we just call this on spell changed with spells and the index here at the start, so that we know. We actually do this on start instead, which is a little bit later, just in case. So when the UI updates, we're gonna set title text. Oh, what we're gonna do is like if spell equals null, which could happen or is gonna happen all the time, we're gonna set title text to empty, and then otherwise we want to do something else. Title text, it's gonna be something else. It's not gonna be called title text because it's not a title, it's the name text. So oh, this is gonna take some time to relearn. I moved the function key on my new keyboard. Call it name text instead. This is gonna be. Oh, there's another one that we need to listen to. And that is localization manager. Instance dot changed. Oh, we do. Okay. Maybe we need to streamline that, but we can do settings and then language changed. Why do you not like that? Settings, instance. Do I call this modified or something? Yes. We just run update UI for this. Can I not? Why do you not like this? What's the issue? Not zero. Okay. There we go. If I do this, it doesn't need that. Cool. Now we can do this. Okay. At some point we can sell, and how do we sell things? We're gonna go to the UI code for spell bar icon. And then down here we got like pointer down. It calls unequip on the spell and then sets spell index to this. create this function. Wait, what am I pressing? Is it that? No, that's minus. That's the dot. Shouldn't this... Oh wait, I already have it, or... I don't even know. Public void unequip int slot null event plus arg larger than what? Where did you see that? So spells will have changed after we do this. Cool. Let's close all saved and go into this we don't need anymore. Spell list item. Here we go. Let's have an icon too. So gonna use Unity Engine UI. I'm gonna have a public image. It's gonna be called icon. And icon sprite is gonna be null here. Icon sprite is gonna be spell shop item icon. Oh yeah. Luckily, very few people other than me is gonna have to read this mess. You guys draw the short straw, I guess. Either way, I think this will work. So let's see if we can make it. We have this spell selector, but I'm not gonna reuse that. I'm gonna create a new one for this spell list. I'm gonna create an empty inside. It's gonna be the container for the list. And it's gonna be a vertical layout group. We will have no force expand height. I'm gonna create one. This is gonna be our spell list item, I think. Yep. This is going to be for 0, and then inside of this we're going to have two things. We're going to have like a text and an image. It's going to be called icon. This is going to be called name. I think what I want to do with this is actually have a horizontal layout group. We can force expand height. I don't think so. Sure. Put in something that's icon like native size times 2 or something. Sure, looks okay. And then the text, what's the container? Would make sense to maybe show it in the editor here. This is the container. It's going to be wider, 400 or something. Not quite, 300 maybe. And then the height is going to be read from here. What was it? 32. Close enough. 32. And then this is going to be I mean the container should set these up, shouldn't it? That's the vertical. Control child size width. Here we go. We don't do height though. That's for the thing to do. This doesn't compile. That's why we don't see the... Okay, we can fix that later. Whoops. Try again. Yeah. Doesn't feel like it's actually changing the size of these. I would have expected this to work somehow. Can I still move this? I cannot move it, but why doesn't it... That doesn't look good. Oh, okay. It might be that these are not... Doesn't matter. Let's focus on that later. Oh, interesting. How did I... Huh. New stuff. So, spell list item, I'm gonna make a prefab out of this. Is this the scripts? Here it is, let's make a folder for spell list. I'm gonna have 4 of them. It's gonna have index 3, index 2, index 1. I'm gonna hook up the icon and the name text. And then if we play, hopefully... Yeah, we can see dash here now. That's one of them. The container... is inside a spell list. Spell list is centered. Container is also centered. Is there a... I was thinking white would be positioned how it was. I guess that's fine. Let's run with 1080s reference. Let's also see if it updates when we pick up the rail here. It should add another item. It does work. Cool. And if we are switching to like Swedish, yeah, it updates the texts. Perfect. So the main scaffold is in there. this full screen, and we're gonna well, we have some kind of background. Let's steal this, put it in there. Oh, come on. This should be like that. Yes. Why is it not called background? Spell list icons need backgrounds too. Create a. We're gonna make the actual things soon, but for now, let's just put in an image that's gonna be like the fill in everything. It's gonna be. That doesn't look right. Oh, this one should be layout, element, ignore layout. Here we go. And then we go boop. And then we go some color. Make a dark gray for now. Cool, so spell list item is going to be a selectable. I think we can use that in here somehow. Selectable or something. Or we inherit from button or something. And then can we do like an update method that updates is selected or something? What do we get from current selection state? Selected, I would guess. Let's have a background that highlights let's see if that works. Also, I think you probably can't click it to select it now, but we'll see. It is selected, so I can actually select these guys, even though it's also playing the game at the same time, and I have other stuff. But this is working. Okay, so I can select things, but it doesn't change the background color because I haven't linked that up. That's why. This one goes in here. I'm gonna rename it background. Let's try again. Click it. No, it doesn't show up. That's odd. Maybe it's not selected. Maybe it's highlighted or something. Is that it? Or maybe these aren't updated. Okay. We need to... Oh shit, it gets this. We could use that. At this point it would be the same, but let's not. And then like apply. Now they have, the only thing that's changed is that. You'll have that background, even though it doesn't seem to show up. Why doesn't the background show up? Tell me that. It's not that it's transparent, is it? Nope. There are errors here though. We have a null here now. Until later. No. No multi-object. What? I have to do this. Target graphics is null. Yes, but I do not have a transition going, so should be fine. Still no. Spell changed. The spell. Oh wait, I override it there. Hello, Joey. Now we got additional issues. What the heck? How can this be null? Aha. Maybe? Metal. This one should be protected then. Okay, still the same error. So if there is no spell, the spell is not initialized yet. So this happens too early now. But unenable should happen before the start, shouldn't it? Or is this like put earlier? So this happens way too early. I don't know what to do. I don't want to mess with script execution order if I don't have to. Selectable, is that... well, I think that's probably... Run update UI from update. We can do all this. Like we could do this. And just screw the whole overriding thing here. We should be fine. But is it pretty to do that? I'm not sure. I'm getting null refs in the editor. I'm not playing even. Like, is there something special going on with when I'm inheriting from selectable? Actually, or so this will try to hook this up a lot of times. This is not a good idea, it seems. So what's the alternative? We put another we could revert. Let's do that. Let's revert all the way down to before we made it selectable, and then we put another thing. Is this... This should be far enough. And then we don't have selection state anymore, but we can instead have a selectable reference to something here. We just get the selectable. And then we have a selectable, and then we can keep doing this. We can't. Is there a state? Is selected. Or can I, how can I? I don't even know. I gotta go pee before I pee myself. Ugh.
So can I not get the state of the selected from outside? Okay, screw that then. We can do this. We can check. We can check UI manager, instance, event system, current selected game object, and then we can check if it's like the parent, if any of our children, is it like transform dot something with is child of? Yes. So we do transform is child of. Oh wait, we got to do that. Is child of transform. Then we are selected. Anything that's selected below us, it's gonna be good. So let's drink some more slush. Cheers. So it's minus 4.6 degrees. Pretty cold. It's actually pretty cold in here too, even though I don't think the temperature it still says 23 degrees, which is perfectly fine. With var? So this whole thing is gonna return a bool. If this object where you apply the question mark to it is null, this is gonna return false here without checking whatever this is. Except, oh yeah, it doesn't do that. It would be genius if it worked like that, but it's not giving us back a bool. It's giving us back a bool or a null. So if I set this to bool, maybe. Oh, that's what you're going for. It would be a nullable bool type. Okay. So you are correct. You were correct. That didn't work. I was just assuming this worked in that kind of way. But we can do this if it has value, or rather if it has value and value. Okay, that wasn't perfect. I would have okay, I'm wrong. Yeah, like I've been through this a few times, but let's do it one more time. Let's say we have something like a dictionary in here. So let's do dictionary of type. It's a string that leads to a list of composed spells or something. Oh, I have 1, 2 little here. And then we add generic, and then we do new, and then we get that. So that's a very long list. So if I wanted to, I could do this, and it's kind of easier to read in the case where I can use var. So that's nice. And yeah, it's just nice. And also when refactoring things, var kind of just works as long as your interface, like I'm not meaning interface as an interface, the programming concept, but the actual interface of your functions are the same. You don't need to care about the type. It's the same. You'll still get I don't know. I try to use var as much as possible. It generally just helps. In this case, though, it was not known to me that this would be a bool nullable. So, I don't know. Yeah. Especially with like templated classes, it just reduces the chance of error quite a bit. Okay, so now this should work. I think this is probably pretty expensive, so we probably shouldn't do it all the time. Now our problem is going to be these aren't selectable. So we got to add something inside of here that is selectable. So I'm gonna create a button in here just for the sake of it. I don't have a recommendation for beginners. It depends. Okay, UI, big old button. Button. Or sure, button. That was a good size, not hard to read at all. Why do you do this? Why does it think that is a good? Is it because height? Like why does this happen? I do like, where is it? There. Why does it make it this size? There's some weird padding in here that I don't understand. I don't know. I can't change it, so. There's also huge text. I guess it's because I have control child size height, but let's see if it works. Can't select the button. The button doesn't have a background either, so I'm thinking, is there something else going on here that I'm not aware of? It looks like there's something going on with the actual like scaling of things. The text work, but there's something with the. Okay, thank you for that. This is so broken. heck is going on? I don't understand what is going on here. Do I need to revert something here? I want to revert everything except for this. But let's revert all for the sake of it. Just get rid of them. Okay, now it looks... okay, except that the background here somehow is not showing up. Now maybe? Yay, we have something. I can't click the background. And like going up and down is going to select the buttons rather than, I don't know. We need like an empty icon later on. Anyway, okay, so next step, making these slots, and I think we're gonna make a specific thing for that, which is the actual slot. Spell list item spell mod slot. That's a good name. Realize we're gonna have two images, which is gonna be like the background. Which is gonna be an image. And we're gonna have, oh wait, icon too. So, can this be selectable? Will this be the same issue where it's like, you can have a button for the background, and then the icon is like inside of the button, and you press the button to select it in different ways, and it communicates that back out to something. Now we're leveling up, Balrog. I like that one. I hate making UI shit. It's so weird. Like I would have loved to do this in React with in the web browser, but here it's so much plumbing and things that don't act like you would think they would. I also think maybe I want to be able to select. Can I like add a selectable on the text or something, or on the actual background? That's gonna be annoying. But I think this would work, wouldn't it? Like I could click on it. That didn't work. Okay. Oh, Unity crash. First of the day. That was actually pretty good. We've been live for over 3 hours. Not bad. Oh. It's the Hades OST now, not the Loop Hero. How about Doom Eternal soundtrack? How do you feel about that? I haven't listened to the Doom Eternal soundtrack. Mostly there's a new version. We're gonna, in the background, install that and see if that solves some of the issues. Or creates more. So the Apple Silicon version 2021 2.4F1. Let's try that. We don't need Visual Studio for Mac. We don't need documentation, but we do need Linux and Mac Windows build support. Mono. Nothing else. That can go in the background. You could use the old Unity thing. Generally, with point releases, it's easy to upgrade the project. So we're back here now. Why couldn't I click on the background to get it to select? Because it's a raycast target and it's got the selectable thing and it's in one of this. Maybe we don't want it on the background. Maybe we want it actually on out here. We do none on that thing. Ah, that works. Still bleeds through other things. But oh no! This happened before. It forgets all my like a lot of the linkages inside of the inside of Unity. So I'm gonna try to restart Unity and see if that fixes it. Otherwise, I will hate things for a bit. Because we haven't been using Git today. Crud. My best. I made my own like immediate mode UI things for a small engine I wrote in JavaScript for like what's it called? For a canvas element, like a really basic thing. And that was so nice to work with. We're just like really basic. You can just draw things and check the mouse position. And if you had the mouse button down, it was like glorious. No plumbing at all. There's a global mouse position, mouse button down, bool and 2 ints. And a check. As long as you didn't have overlapping things, because then things get a little bit. Okay, so will it work? I think so. Yes. Now it remembered what the link or the reference was there. You can do this. Anyone uses Unity and has a good way of, like, now I want to navigate here up and down, but it's also moving the player. And also if I'm clicking something, let's say let's go actually buy something. We can do that, I think. Go here. I buy the rail. And if I click on this, it's gonna actually shoot the rail too, I think. No, look, we have another error. Line renderer of rail damage has not been assigned. Sound effect pool has not been assigned. I don't like that. Internal state of the UI. Yeah, that's not bad. But this is not good. Another crash. No? Not a crash. It just acted like a crash. So, how's the install going? It's already done. And this doesn't show, but we can we preview that in here? See the changes? What? Okay, scene files are not. Shouldn't the scene files be in? Because now Unity crashed. Okay. It wasn't done. I misread. It's almost done. Downloading editor at 11 megabytes per second. Over Wi-Fi. While I'm streaming. That's okay. No, it slowed down. Now it's back up. Okay. So, this is heavy. Shit. I used to expose a boolean for Windows. When they shows up, sets to true or false, whatever. And in other components, I check for it before. Oh, you mean like whether or not it's initialized or not? Whether or not it's initialized, not or not. Okay. I'm waiting for the install of, it should be pretty quick here. The new version, see if it's solved any issues or because Unity on Mac in general is not the best, especially Apple Silicon. I was thinking this would be faster. Come on. Yeah. They just gave up, it seems. Do you run Unity on Mac, Sue? Build supports enable you to build for those platforms, so I can build Windows stuff on Mac and other way around. Windows, yeah. It's like I don't have many issues left, let's say that, with developing on Mac, which I prefer. That said, there is one showstopper for me to use this, like to ditch my PC, except for other games. But for development, it's building for the Nintendo Switch. I haven't solved to do on the Mac yet because it doesn't work in Parallels, and I would have to like have a whole new operating system or a whole other operating system running just to get the Switch built. So I'm gonna figure out some other solution. Let's see if this solves it. Otherwise, we gotta go through and either go back or go through and fix all the missing references. What? Looks like I tried to open it twice. Is it an easy port or a rough port? Maybe you shouldn't say. I heard a sound. No error. Upgrading worked. It actually solved the problem. Shit. So let's see what other problems are solved here. One issue I had is that sometimes these, after going back out of the... Some of these are gonna show up as black. No way. Got it. One thing I've been annoyed with is let's say if I wanted to assign this background, I drag it and I let it go. You can see 2 mouse pointers there for a while. What the heck is that about? And it kind of stops for dragging a freaking image, and it still does that. What the heck? Unity. Peanuts in the whole system. Not in the wrong hole, yeah. Okay, so now I can select these. Nice. Anyway, so what I would do, this will run while the game is paused, so it's not an actual problem, but is there a good solution? Like, I'm asking anyone. Maybe Zool is the one I would trust the most here. To have the UI eat key presses and so on. Did I ask this before? Because maybe I did. And also, like, if I have multiple UIs running at the same time, how can I have to hand make the navigation? Probably, yeah. Because I got something over here, it turns out, which is not visible. What is it that I'm... Oh, that is what you said before too. True. So I would disable the... When this is showing, I would tell the UI manager to be in UI mode, and that would then... Okay. Disable the... what I call the default input map, I guess. So we're coming up on lunch here. I feel my brain is a little bit fried from this, but let's see where we can take this. Let's create another empty, and let's make this the this is gonna be the container for the spell mod slots, or it is called mod slots container. Be a horizontal layout group. And in here we'll have, let's just start them out as images. UI image. I'm gonna make this like whatever that is, 24 by 24 or something. 24 D is what I'm looking for at some point. Left thumb D. 24 left thumb. Good. 32 in height, not 21, not 342. This. And then the name text needs to be smaller. Middle center or right probably. And then maybe 2 pixels spacing. The slot. Just picking something here. What do I want to... Feels like there could be a better way. Whatever. Is this... No? Ah. That's it. I gotta do native size on those again. Cool. Autosave is... Okay, why? What's going on here? Why do I not see these? They're really, really small for no reason. Ah, look, black thing. There we go. I can click on these now to kind of select them. What is... I think it's really, really dim. And I probably can't multi-edit these now. Annoying. But if we make the selected color, yeah, they haven't fixed that. How can... I don't understand. Like, Unity, why is it like this? Say I select something here. No, I select something here. I can actually step through these. That actually works. This is pretty nice. And then if I have some of these selected, I would show a tooltip. And then I press outside and then I'm screwed. I think it's... The nice part is that this worked with the automatic navigation stuff. Yeah, the groove. I need volume. This is where my spell list UI thing comes in. Wait, no, not that one. This one. We put in the items. I think I should be able to drop them. And then I can set up the link stuff inside of that. Because this part will not know about this part. But this part knows about all of those, so let's start by having a list of our spell slots UIs. Public spell list item. This one, I didn't call it UI because I'm a dumb. Slots 1, 2, 3. This is a specific example where it's super annoying. And yes, I know I can lock and get that, drag all of them at the same time, but these are linked up. Yes. Okay, now we have those. Now we could, in theory, go in here. Oh, these should probably be prefabs too. Rename this mod slots. Remove those. Make enough of them. Lock. Sure. Let's make this navigation explicit. Save. So the start of spell list. We want to select, or we want to hook up all of our things. We have a UI util, which connects button above and below. Let's make one that's connecting left and right too. It's also a little bit annoying that this is what it is, but so we're gonna think we should be able to just type left here, and this one right. I think this will work, except this is not. No. Should be doing this. No. So for the left button, select on right should be right, and for the right button, select on left should be left. Yes. We could rename this to up down, but yeah, whatever. So now we're gonna go through all the spells for each. For item in items, this should be like hook up navigation. Yeah. So now item.items. Let's do left and right in one pass and up and down in another, I think. We can just use this UI utils, connect buttons left and right. We do previous slot and slot, but we don't have. No, actually, those are. Oh, these only take button. No, it takes select. What happened here? So much evil in this music. Yes. So in theory, if this were working, error. Yes. UI. If this were working, I should be able to click on one and then go left and right, and then not be able to go like out of sync with that. I can go here, and then, yeah, this is not working. Boom. That's why I have this. That was strange. Did I navigation everything? Okay. So these no. Explicit. These are now explicit. And all these are now explicit. Okay. Select this. Cannot go left or right or up or down, which is bad. I know. I don't set. Um, yeah, so now it can go left and right like that. um, previous item. It would make sense to know the index here. So maybe we do a for loop. Like this instead. And we don't really need the previous, we could just use the index, but who cares? Why are you liking this? The item is not selectable. This should be a spell list item UI. There we go. So now we know this. Now we can actually connect the buttons up and down too. So UI, utils.
Nearby. A relic from your past. The priests have kept it hidden from you in this remote location.
If previous item not equals null, we also want to connect previous slot. No, not previous slot. Previous item slots the same ID. What? Believe it or not, it's actually working. And I can't go outside, which is nice. Could click outside and then not get back. That's solved in another way. So now I can select. Just curious if it's because there was some lag when I had the scene view open. Oh, this seems fine. I feel like I'm losing speed a little bit here. I think I need to take a break. Have some food that is not peanuts, and then I'll be back. Even though I hate UI shit, I kind of like streaming, so nice. So I'm gonna drop you guys off somewhere. 81, that's pretty good. Spies, thank you for getting that. Have you started the streaming yet? Let's check. Doesn't look like it. No, but let's go to pirate. Why not? Cool. It's day 81 and we got 81 viewers. Perfect. Yeah, so it's been nice to go pirate, and we'll see each other soon. Oh, he's playing Bamse. Wait, what's going on here? Okay, you be quiet. More. Okay, anyway, be nice. I'll be back in, I don't know, 2 hours. Hugs and kisses. Thank you for hanging out.